Welcome to The Fisher, a serialized audio story. This episode is part of an ongoing journey.
Anna, a glass of water before we begin.
Coming, Uncle.
Let us begin. It was a Friday evening during school vacation, and the house buzzed with laughter and mischief. By 10:30 p.m., Peter and Valerie had retired to bed, trusting the kids to wind down soon. Kay, Kezia, and Josh remained in the living room, flipping channels and enjoying the rare freedom of a late night without homework. Around 10:45 p.m., Josh excused himself to use the washroom. At first, no one thought anything of it. Kezia continued watching her movie, while Kay sat by, very sleepy, hoping his sister and brother would soon be tired enough to call it a day. But 10 minutes passed, then 12, then 15. Suddenly, a thud echoed faintly from down the hall. Kezia's head snapped toward the sound. "Did you hear that?" she asked, erupting from her seat. Kay nodded and got to his feet. They rushed to the hallway. The bathroom door was half open. Inside, Josh was on the floor, eyes wide open, his body trembling violently. But what startled them most was the smile spread across his face. Not a twisted, fearful grin, but a look of radiant joy, mixed with something otherworldly. "Josh," Kay said, stepping forward. "Josh, can you hear me?" Josh did not respond. His lips moved as if trying to speak, but no sound came out. Kezia screamed and ran to their parents' room. Peter and Valerie rushed to the scene moments later, hearts pounding. Peter crouched by Josh, placing a hand on his forehead. "He is burning up, but he's shaking as though he's cold," he murmured. "Josh," Valerie called softly. "Baby, what's happening? Can you hear Mommy?" Minutes passed. Tension filled the air. The other kids suggested he be sent to the hospital. However, Peter and Valerie suggested they pray first. Then, after nearly half an hour of silence, Josh's lips began to move again. Slowly, haltingly. Pa, I just saw an angel." Everyone leaned in, and he said, "It is time." As soon as the final word left his lips, a violent wind tore through the room. The curtains snapped and flew like flags. Papers lifted off shelves. The light bulbs flickered. Then it happened. This concludes this episode of The Fisher. Want to read ahead? You'll find the link to the full book in the description below. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, same time next week. Bye.